Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. So we're going to continue onwards here. We're entering an area called the Undead Parish, and actually the Undead Parish is a fairly large and fairly difficult area where I might not be able to finish the entire area in one episode, particularly because it is, kind of difficult. But we'll see what we can do. And also I do want to try using some humanity a little bit later in this video, and hopefully we will either be invaded or we will find someone that we can summon to help us with the bosses. Just to give you kind of an idea of how the online play works. And I really like the online play in this game. I feel like it has a whole lot of replay value to it, and it's very non-traditional. So if I can get this spear-wielding guy to come over here, maybe I'll shoot him with my bow and aggro him a little bit. I want to knock him off the edge or get him to come close to me. Basically, a lot of the fights in Dark Souls take place in these like really horrible areas to fight because the edge is so close. But this area is not so bad compared to some of the stuff that you're going to see a little bit later. This looks like fucking Disneyland compared to fighting on rotating bridges and ledges where archers are shooting giant lances at you. One thing that is worth noting, as I come over here, is that there's an extremely powerful early game weapon called the Drake Sword. And the way you can get the Drake Sword is by taking out your bow here, shooting this dragon in the back literally like 50 times. Or not in the back, in the tail. So every time you shoot it in the tail, it'll like fly up here. You'll see its wing go by. It does a little showpiece just to kind of scare you. But literally you can just repeat that, I don't know, 50 or 60 times. It literally does take like 20 minutes. And then it'll drop the Drake Sword, which is basically the dragon's tail. Extremely powerful weapon for the early game. I'm going to avoid using it. A lot of people feel that it's kind of cheesing the game a little bit because it does make the early game so easy. You can pretty much one-shot almost any enemy you come across. And to make the early game a little bit more difficult, I'm not going to use that. If I do use it, I'm definitely not going to show myself getting the Drake Sword on camera because that will take 100 years. But, you never know. I might end up having to use it. This next area in particular is actually kind of difficult. I've used the Drake Sword on both of my normal playthroughs, and it's made the game, this part of the game, pretty much exceptionally easy. But, oh, also you can see my bloodstain there. That actually, I did do a little bit of practice in this area and did die, and then decided, oh, whatever, death is a part of the process, essentially. So, I started recording. Here we are. Again, it is pretty important to do a little bit of practice. I know some people are like, you should do the Let's Play blind, or you should record everything. That's just not feasible, unfortunately. But I'm doing my part here to make sure it's a good balance of both hilarity and aptitude, because I am, half decent at this game. So basically, we're just going to repeat Dark Souls 101, and we're going to draw aggro from every single one of these enemies, one by one, hopefully. But you can see there's that giant boar over there. That guy's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Pun intended. Hopefully we'll realize what that pun means a little bit later. Now, if I can just murder this guy. Again, they telegraph their attacks pretty easily. Drop the Titanite Shard. That's actually an excellent drop. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But all you need to know for now is essentially that's something that we can use to upgrade our weapons. Now, these spear guys are the worst guys on Earth. I'm kind of trying to hit the exposed area of his body. Because otherwise, he's a pain in the ass to draw aggro from. Because he's kind of like a karate master, is that he only uses his abilities for self-defense, so we got to kind of come at him. But I really don't want to draw aggro from that boar either. So let's come down here. Did I draw aggro? No, I didn't. Okay. Drawing aggro, of course, just meaning, drawing aggression. What are you doing? One of the things that you can do on these guys is kick. But with my weapon, I actually have lost the ability to kick. Instead, I do this weird backflip move. Got to be really careful to make sure I don't draw the aggro of that boar. Alright, this guy's going to stay away. 1 second. I'm going to change weapons. Okay, he is going to stay away. Sometimes they're tricky like that. Can I wield the long sword? I can, with one hand. Okay. This should allow us to kick. Okay. Now, if he comes at me, I can kick his defenses down. And then just basically tear into him. Okay. I prefer using the scimitar because it's a little bit faster, but the long sword will work for this area as well. Now, we are going to go up before we deal with the boar, because you can see there's two archers over there. Very important to be aware of your surroundings in Dark Souls so that you actually understand like what awaits you. Now, these archers are going to be a pain in the ass because they're going to be constantly firing at us, even as we're trying to deal with this guy here. And every hit that they do is going to do a substantial amount to either our stamina or our health. So we really don't want to take any damage from them, if at all possible. But it might not be possible. We're going to kick and hopefully break this guy down. Oh my god, I'm dead. I should be so dead right now. Definitely heal quickly using an Estus or two. Might as well use two. Okay, now at least I've goaded him into attacking, so I can Cut him down. Okay, now these archer guys should still be me. Oh, that guy's stuck to my legs. Stop getting on me, bro. Oh, I'm definitely going to take some more damage. I got to be a little bit more patient and try to take these guys out one-on-one. But they're so clustered together, it's a little difficult. There we go. Okay, that's a good opportunity to maybe murder one of them. I don't want the other guy to fall off the edge, because then I'm going to have to fight him around that boar. But I am going to knock him off the edge, and then maybe pelt him with arrows until he dies. One more? Oh, I think he's dead. Okay. Now we just got this guy. Another shield bro. Annoying as hell. But otherwise, this area has gone much better for me than I originally expected. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, don't be mad. Don't be mad, bro. I'm going down. Oh, he killed me. I was so close to safety. Well, I guess the general response to that is you just say Dark Souls. That was pretty much Dark Souls in a nutshell right there. So we're going to have to go through that again, but hopefully we'll be okay this time. The other thing I could do is basically just run past that boar and deal with him later. I also have an item called an Alluring Skull, which I picked up a little bit earlier, which apparently I've heard. I haven't actually used it myself, but I heard it works pretty well on the boar. I'm not sure how it works, but we'll see. Again, those guys are all jokes when you have the Drake Sword, which would probably be viable right now. But we're so close to getting to an area where I can upgrade my weapons that I think will be okay. But if not, I might get the Drake Sword and end up using it off camera. I know a lot of people are against the use of the Drake Sword, because it is kind of... it makes things too easy, basically. I was going to say it's kind of imbalanced. I'm not sure if that's true, because obviously the game designers did put it in there with that intention, I think. Even with the Drake Sword, the game's still challenging, of course, but it's much easier than it is just using normal weapons. Quote-unquote normal weapons. So that guy both died from blood loss, and I kicked him off the edge, so pretty much go fuck yourself, buddy. The other thing I wanted to say is that dying is not that frustrating in Dark Souls, because the penalty is not substantial. Why does it seem like my longsword does less damage than my scimitar? Well, I mean, there's no reason for me to believe that isn't true. But still, you feel like a scimitar should be a little bit less powerful. But the longsword allows me to kick, which is really important for this upcoming area. Oh, there's another rat here. I totally forgot. Every time the rat hits you, it fills up that purple meter a little bit. Even if you have your shield up, it fills it up a touch. If that fills up all the way, you end up being poisoned, and poison will just slowly drain your health. Although it'll seem very quick to me, simply because I have such little vitality right now. So, here we are back in the Undead Parish. Should be able to murder these guys fairly effectively. Again, we can just kick down their shields if they choose not to attack now. So wait till he goes for an attack, two-hand our weapon, and basically just go to town on him. Should cut him fairly easily. 3-hit him. Okay. Try aggro from this guy. I'll try to make it a little bit quicker. See if I can aggro one of these guys at exactly the same time. Doesn't look like it hit him. It kind of spooked one of them. That's fine. Okay. Go. Another hit. Oh! He almost got to me there. Again, I have such little stamina right now. I've got to be careful about my use of it. Okay. Now we got this dick bag right here. I'm going to try to fight him inside this little area here, because the boar can't get to me here. Now I'll kick. And then just go to town. Okay, that's much easier than the way I was doing it before with my scimitar. You know what? Let's try using an Alluring Skull on this boar after we murder these guys up here. Now, the whole reason that went badly was just one mistake that I made. And that mistake was obviously... Oh, I gotta be careful there. I didn't realize there was an edge so close. The mistake was obviously just letting that guy fall down. Oh, God. Rather than actually... keeping him up on the bridge that he was on, where I could have killed him quite easily. One more hit. Okay, okay. Replenish some stamina. Oh, you dick. Not on my watch, buddy. I hate when they try to use Estus. That's for me. That's my advantage. I need it. There's like 1,000 of you and 1 of me. So we're going to try to cut these guys down, as usual, without knocking them off. God damn it. Backstab him. Yes, this will end his life. 1 hit? No. 2 hits. Yes. Okay, now we've only got 1 guy left. 2 guys left. There should be 1. Yeah, there he is. Tried to trick me, didn't you? Why doesn't the boar attack those skeletons? The boar is neutral in this situation, one would expect. He just doesn't want people to steal his, I don't know, those barrels of fire that he has over there. I got another guy coming up the stairs any second now. So I really want this shield guy to come over here so I can deal with him kind of at the same time. Or at least deal with him quickly, because I never know when that other guy's going to be coming. This guy is very, very nearly... Oh, come on! You couldn't have thought that was honestly going to work. Got another Titanite shard. These are good drops. And then, where is other guy? Because other guy's all I have to worry about right now, essentially. Oh, there he is. He's using his crossbow to try to shoot me up the stairs? Come on, man. Where's your shield? Oh, you don't have one. That sucks. For you. It's great for me. Okay, we got through this area. And I actually got a humanity. Someone must have rated my message if you look in the top left corner. Rating messages is not very common in this game, so I like when it happens. Do I have any fire bombs? Let's check. Fire. This guy is weak to fire, so fire bombs would work well as well. Alluring skull. No fire bombs. Okay, if we use the alluring skull, people have told me, assured me that good things will happen. But I don't want to step off the edge. So let's, be careful here. Is he... It looks like he's enamored with the skull. So I'm just going to run away. Come down here. He can't get through this tiny space here. So we're going to be okay. Okay. We made it into the Undead Parish. Only to be ambushed by these guys. But that's okay. Honestly, we've made it through the harder part of this level. At least for now. Oh, these guys now take 2 shots to kill. Oh, because I'm using my longsword instead of my scimitar. I should definitely change back. Okay. Those guys are dead. Change back to the scimitar, which I guess does more damage somehow. Gotta be careful. There's always undead hiding around here. Okay, there's some right there. You can see 2, 3. Get him into a corridor. It's essential to get enemies into choke points in here. Again, strategy extremely important in this game. Oh, okay, these guys don't get one-hitted by the scimitar either. It's just because I guess these hollow are tougher than the hollow that we fought earlier. Okay, I'm back. Murder them. All 3 dead? Excellent. Doing well on souls. I could actually level up a couple of times. I leveled up, I'm not sure if it was on camera or off camera, but I definitely leveled up a few times. Put all of my points into vitality and endurance to increase those meters a little bit. A little bit later, we'll start putting them into either strength or dexterity. Probably dexterity, but it all depends what weapons I want to use. Mystery key. Okay, I'm not even sure if I need that because I have the master key, but it may serve some importance. I'm really glad that somebody rated my message and thus gifted me essentially a humanity, because that's going to allow me to summon somebody for this upcoming boss. Okay, these guys are pretty unwieldy. They actually got me there, though. Now, here's another trope that is very common in Dark Souls, is walking along very thin bridges. When I first saw this, I was like, oh man, no way, Dark Souls is going to have us do this to get like special items, whatnot. Large Soul of a Lost Undead is a pretty good pickup. That's like 800 souls. But no, Dark Souls doesn't do this to make you pick up special items. Dark Souls actually does this to make you just complete the game. There's areas where you have to walk for like extended stretches on bridges like that, and they are a serious problem. There's also some really thin bridges in the game where when you walk on them, you actually cause the bridge to waver, and then you have to adjust yourself. Adjust yourself sounds like you're adjusting your junk, but that's not how I meant it. Okay, we've entered through a fog wall, but this is not a boss fog wall. I'm just trying to remember actually where we are right now. Okay, there's the boar. I'm going to see what happens if I shoot him in the butt, actually, because I know his butt is his weak spot. I can't quite see it. We can still aggro him a little bit. We'll come back and kill him later. I forget what he drops, but he could drop a pretty cool helmet for us. I can't remember which... Okay, this is the way we want to go. Okay. So this guy right here is a balder, not a baller. Very different. We are taking some damage from his normal attacks. The camera's getting a little bit wonky because we're fighting in this closed space. He shouldn't be too hard for us to kill, although, wow, that did not do very much damage to him. Again, this is my first time doing this area without the Drake Sword, so it's very surprising for me to see how little damage I'm doing. 13 damage! Drake Sword does like 200. But that's okay. These guys shouldn't be too bad. We're just going to have to use better tactics, essentially. Primarily backstabs, also parrying, but I'm very wary to do parrying, because if it messes up, that can happen. Take a quick second to drink Estus. Oh, big mistake, buddy. Finally, we killed him at almost the cost of our own life. Come through here and pick up Knight shield. That's not really what we want. Cool, gorgeous view. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna disagree with you there. Now, I believe we should be coming up very, very close to our next bonfire. We might have one more series of obstacles, and then we'll be at that bonfire, which will be fantastic for us. Right. Okay. Good call. First, we'll take out the spear guy. Again, oh, we can't kick with this weapon, unfortunately. So we'll just kind of try to aggro him. Again, the fact that you can't kick with the scimitar actually makes me want to use it less. But it's also a fairly good weapon, and one that I'm going to continue using throughout the entire game. Well, most of the game, anyway. Much of the game. Let's not say most. The way you pick weapons in Dark Souls is not necessarily by damage output, because you can really upgrade almost any weapon. 1 second, there's some bros here. Knight bro, skeleton bro. Let's see if I can just aggro skeleton bro and pull him out here. The way you play Dark Souls, like choosing weapons, is not necessarily by damage output, but it's basically what moveset you like, because you can upgrade any weapon to essentially do any amount of damage that you want. Well, not any amount of damage that you want, of course, but... 1 second here, I'm just going to hang out here while Spear Bro decides if he's going to come in. I really don't want to deal with him and the Balder at exactly the same time. Okay, there we go. Okay, come in here. Come in here. We'll fight in here, man. In the shade. Okay, I think I've got him. He's scared now, but so am I, because I have almost no Estus left. One more hit will take him out. Oh, you dickbag. Always, always, always. Okay, now we got to deal with the knight. Again, gonna be begging for some backstabs here. We are in kind of more of an open area than we were last time, but still not a ton of space. Oh, man. This could be risky. We're so close to a bonfire. Backstab the shit out of him. You have one job. That's your only job is backstabbing right now. I really want to use this Estus, but I'm also afraid that if I do, he's going to come at me. Okay, there we go. We got a chance. That was our last Estus. So I think once we get through this next zone, we're basically just going to run as fast as we can for the bonfire. He's nearly dead. And this is really the way combat goes in Dark Souls, is that you got to outwit them. Not just out-hit them. You got to outwit them. That sounds like a great... Another Titanite shard, that's awesome. That sounds like a great slogan for the game. Okay, what's through here? I don't want to know. Okay, I'm so close to the bonfire. I may just run for it and try to avoid getting hit by these guys, because they could end me so easily. Oh god, the arrows. Okay, I'm going to run for it. Just go. If I make it to this bonfire, it's all good. They're going to be chasing me, so I don't even want to look back. It's going to mess up my run. Oh man, this is close. Again, so easy with the Drake Sword, but when you're not using the Drake Sword, this early game actually becomes maybe the hardest part of the game. So we're going to come down here. Thank God we lit this bonfire. Whew, that was more harrowing than I expected, and things are not going to get easier, let's put it that way. So after resting at that bonfire, the aggro on those enemies is going to be reset. We can come down here, meet one of the most useful NPCs in the game, Andre of Astora, our blacksmith.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
So essentially this guy is going to allow us to upgrade our weapons. So I'm definitely going to upgrade my scimitar. The way you upgrade, by the way, is using Titanite shards. So you can see every time I upgrade, it's going to get 8 more physical damage. Sadly, I don't have enough to upgrade it to scimitar +3, but anyway, scimitar +2 is cool. We can also purchase some items from him. So we could purchase Titanite shards, and in fact I will purchase one of them, I guess, to upgrade my weapon one more time. Then we'll go to reinforced weapon and upgrade our scimitar again. Okay, we're doing okay now. We should be doing about half as much damage as the Drake Sword, essentially. I will also purchase... Oh, I don't have enough souls to purchase the Smith Box anymore, which is a shame. The Smith Box allows you to actually purchase... to reinforce your own weapons at the bonfire, so you don't always have to go to Andre to do it. You can just do it yourself, which is pretty important. I think because I made it to this bonfire, I am going to end this episode here, and starting in the next episode, the first thing I'm going to do is reverse hollowing and become human and try to take out this next area. And hopefully there will be some summon signs around that I can see. And hopefully I will or won't get invaded. I mean, hopefully I won't, because I definitely will probably die because I don't have very good equipment right now. But hopefully I will, because it'll be exciting. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. I can't believe I actually made it to this bonfire.